music and you lost it. They're Western like us. They're all laid back. So here, we're initiating an AFAR, and so you'll see, by the way, how many different form solutions they have implemented here. Lots of things that they've got automated, and that list changes for each of our clients. We're going to do the reports to structure. Okay, so here's the form. Lots of data. We've got benefited positions at the top. And at the bottom of the form, we have non-benefited positions, which can have multiple incumbents. So they're handled a little bit differently. So we're going to start out, and Pam Fleece did this little demo for us. Thanks, Pam. And we're going to update a couple of those reports to positions. We also have vacant positions that can be managed here, both reporting to and from, and also positions outside the department. Of course, someone's got to report up the line. We can also inactivate positions at the same time. This ended up being a huge kind of unanticipated benefit of the form as a result. So then we get the workflow routing that occurs if needed. Otherwise, we're going to the integration broker, and it's, again, going to do all the work. You start to feel sorry for the integration broker after a while. Eventually, I expect they're going to rise up and throw me off a cliff or something, but they haven't complained so far. So now it's the integration broker. When you view a form, we highlight what changed. Now, another thing to remember is that the forms that we were looking at there are for departments where we've already done all the work. We already did all the entry because we did this recording after all this happened. They planned for this to take 3 or 4 months. They actually got it done in, what was it, 3 weeks?
Well, we had a few stragglers.
Right.
To go in and out.
Well, 3 weeks was how long it took to build the form.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, yes. Okay, it means we had 3 weeks in there somewhere. So 3 weeks, oh boy, the integration broker heard me. We'll get this back. In the meantime, so yeah, it took us about 3 weeks to actually develop the form. And then we were able to actually accomplish the business process. For the most part, the bulk of it happened pretty quickly, didn't it? Yeah, so in a couple of weeks we had... Okay, very good. So yes, initially those forms were blank. Down that column, in the reports to column, we had to fill it all in the first time. Now it's in maintenance mode. And so we can use it to go in and update the reporting structure as necessary. And I understand now that it used a lot to inactivate those vacant positions. Continuing to clean those up. Okay, so now the heavy lifting's done, it's in the system, we can go see everything that it accomplished. Going into position data, we can see that if you watch down here, you can see that flip as we switched from back to the previous row and forward. So we've inserted a new row with the updated reporting relationship. Here's our second one, which also is updated. But this one has incumbent data as well. We're going to come in and click through the job data. We can see there that we've also inserted a row of job data. And that has the updated position reports with information on it. That's great so far. You've already saved a lot of time, but we also inactivated a couple of positions. And like we said, we wanted to do some cleanup for them. So this one has been set to inactive in position data. And if we go through the department budget table, I love the way Pam navigates. I wouldn't know where it was. We come in here and the associated department budget table records have been inactivated. And the associated encumbrance definition is also inactivated. so the small changes we made resulted in, just in those two, there resulted in more than a dozen manual component updates. I counted them. And of course, when they initially did this, it was not just updating a dozen, it was doing literally thousands of updates for a department, for some of the larger departments especially. So much so that we had to do that second approach with the web service that was spawning web services to do component interfaces, because there's so much work even the integration broker couldn't even get it done fast enough to do it within one web services session. So one eForm, huge results. Since they're here, let's give a round of applause. I have to say, there are select audiences where you can get a round of applause for automatically updating encumbrance definitions. We're all a little bit odd. But, so that was NAU, and the side benefit was, they were planning for a few months to do this report suite project, developed a new process to do it in 3 weeks, accomplished the bulk of the work in 2 more weeks of actually getting the data submitted and having to update the system. They were able to bring in that awesome vendor and get their personnel action started very quickly thereafter, right? Great outcome. But I may be biased. Okay, so one more. How are we doing on time? Okay, so, okay.